Well, I just want to show you guys this new tool that I got for Christmas. My wife actually got me this for Christmas as one of my gifts, which is so awesome because I have been using the OBD11 for quite some time, and that only works for, let me grab this baby. This is the OBD11 that I've been using for years and years. But mainly, it works only for few vehicles, just like the Golf R and the Volkswagen, Audis, and BMWs, some European cars, of course. So now I do have this dangle here, which basically works for many cars, depending on the year they were built. And let me just let Chester in here quickly. Just wanting to come in the garage. There you go. Hi, boy. It's Bluetooth, it's wireless, which is really nice, and it works with iPhone and iPads and Android devices. So I'm going to be using my Android device right here, which is sort of an equivalent to iPad, which I use for many of my cars here, for the OBD11 as well. So yeah, I'm just doing an unboxing here for you. Again, instructions on how you download or where you can download the app type deal. And unboxing the rest of the items here, and you got your instruction. Looks like you got sort of a sticker thing. It's like a little thing they can stick on, possibly to your car, whatnot, and the full instruction on how to use this tool. Have the car ignition on or car running. I believe you can do it while the car is running, especially if you want to do a live data type deal. But you can also put your ignition on to the on position and do a scan. But I think it's well recommended to have the car running in that case. So yeah, you have to pair the app. I've already ran this, I've already used this, installed the app, and then in the beginning it basically just does a connection to your device. So then second time around it just basically recognizes your connection and it just connects automatically. Going forward, as you can see, there's the dangle here, the actual reader for your OBD2 port, and simple enough, it would work for most cars. Yeah, so we will try it on the Civic and do a scan here, and just to walk you through, guys, on all the functionalities of the free app that comes with the product, I guess. You just have to download it and install it on your iPad or on your phone, whichever you prefer. So well, guys, I'm inside the car now, and basically our OBD2 port is located down here. It's really hard to get at. It's mainly down here, so I'm gonna connect this thing. It will turn blue if it's well connected. The car is already running here, so I'm doing it blindly here. Car is already running. Plug this baby in. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. So now it's blue, so you guys can see. It went off there quickly. Excuse the bad angle in the camera here, guys. So basically, so Blue Driver app right here. It's now loading. Extra scan data anytime, anywhere. I'll probably do the sign up here later. I'll just say not now. Just wanted to connect here. So now it's basically connecting here. It's sensing where the actual Bluetooth device is. So as you notice, guys, it connected automatically. I've already done the first initial connection where you just have to open the app while you put the dangle in when your car is running, and it will detect it, and it can actually scan and see the dangle and just connect to it, and it then connects the OBD2 scanner with the app itself. In this case here, guys, as you can see, there are many options here under the scan tool option, which you can see here on this tab. There's a tab, different tabs here, guys. You can go to the live data or click more for many options here. We'll go through later here, but we'll use the first tab here first. And as you can see, you can do your reading codes, you can do the scan, the full scan, whatnot. You got your clear code here, you got your save report to see exactly what your issues are. Like for example, if you had some check engine light error or whatnot, or code, you can go there and see the report itself and see the resolution. We'll go through all that. Freeze frame, you can do also smog test. We don't do quite a bit of this in Canada, especially where I'm at, because we don't have a sort of approval for your emissions. In US you do. A lot of you guys that watches my video from the US, you guys have that emission tests in a yearly basis. The mode 6 also is a cool one to do. We can click on that later. Mail status, vehicle info, which is really cool to have, to be able to know more information about when your car was made, where it was made, that sort of things. And then of course the service, like, you know, resetting your service lights and the whole 9 yards. We'll go through the scan first and show you guys exactly what's going on here. So there's few things here. You can do a check engine light, as simple as that, or you can do a common dash light. In this case, I'm going to do a full scan. It might take some time here, but cut it off for now until it finish off 100%, and then I'll get back to you there. Well guys, we're at 97% now. We're almost done with the scan. So you guys can see 98, 99, 100. So we do have looks like the last time I scanned it, this is the last time I scanned, I had 3 fault codes. It's mainly in the electronic module, but the car was stopped, wasn't running fully, so maybe that's the reason why I had that. But that was the last time I had, and that's the kilometer I had on the car when I did scan it last time. But this time we have 3, well, we still do have the 3 codes that we had last time. And let me see here. It's something to do with the BSA signal failure. There's one with no description. And I have an IG1 power line failure. Not exactly what it is. Basically, let me just check what that is exactly. There's no real code definition here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is a well-known, because obviously it's undefined code for some reason. And VSA failure. So I might have a battery issue on this car, it looks like. So the code is very common to 2012 Honda Civic, and the code we're getting here is 85-01. So basically here there's 6 frequent reported fix for this. Either they replaced the battery, it looks like my battery is about to go there. I have an old battery, so replace VSA control unit, repaired VSA controlled unit, warning harness. So you may want to check this VSA control unit here, connector wise, and the whole 9 yards. So we'll try and see if we can rectify that, or at least figure out what that really is, what that problem is. And then we have the IGA power line failure, what exactly that is. So yeah, we got 3 codes there. Let me see if I can clear it up, and then see if they come back at some point in time, and then we will scan at some point, see if they all come back. Then we'll definitely see if it's something that we can actually fix. So anyways guys, back to the main area here. Again, you can do a clear code. We could have done that in that process, but we've already done it. And we have this save report, and again there's a pro tip here. So in here we got saved scans that we can look into at some point, and the actual 3 electrical power steering. Oh, it is a power steering code. So yeah, something to do with the power steering, I guess we have to look into and verify at some point in time. We have a sample report right here, and you get the freeze frame. Not exactly what the freeze frame here is, that it's a freeze frame data is only available if your check engine light is on. So it's something to do with the check engine light, if we do have one. Oh, it looks like, yeah, some information about the vehicle here. Smog tests. We don't do this in Canada as much, but we can run a smog test on this baby and see how this goes. Let me just run that quickly to see how well my car, after all the servicing I've done with this car. In fact, after we serviced the car, my fuel efficiency dropped really nice. I'm now averaging around the 8 mark. Before it was like around the 15-20 mark, which is horrible. Must be because of all that services that has been pre-delayed or never been done on its lifetime. But anyways, guys, as you can see here in the smog test, there's a lot of check mark, looks like, and there's an NA items here, but technically this car passes. As you guys can see, everything is checked nicely. There's no red marks or anything like that in this case, which is kind of cool to know. The car is in top notch. Mode 6, that's scanning right now. Say continue. So I guess you can have more information about the car here, and you could definitely review all this evap monitor. Mil status, runtime, your engine light is off. So it's been running for 20 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty cool information here. Distance, trouble code. I guess this is an awesome idea here, awesome information here, guys. If there's any issues with the car, you will see historic information on the car. Like, say, if you're buying a car, this is a good location or good area to check if there's any issues and how long the issues have been running or have been occurring. Yeah, as you can see here, guys, distance mile wise, the whole 9 yards for this. Well, check engine light, there's 0 kilometers. So anyways, yeah, this great information here. Vehicle information. Now this is pretty vital, I think. Now you guys can see my VIN number, and it's 2012 Honda, and vehicle specification here, year, model, make and model here is a sedan, Honda Canada. Engine again is 2.4 gasoline, FB6 E5 engine code. Yeah, so quite a bit of info here. It's Canada country wise. Let's see what else is there. Creating report. Oh, that's just creating a report. If you can actually export the PDF there, it looks like. So pretty cool. Maintenance schedule. Let's see if there's anything on maintenance there. Nothing, because I've done all the maintenance on this car already. Potential recall. We do have few recalls here. I'm not sure if they've been done, so maybe something I could bring up to the dealer. Oops, you guys can see my screen there. I haven't been looking at my screen. Sorry, my apologies for not showing you everything there. We got a fuel system recall, fuel leak. Hopefully this has been all addressed. I'm gonna verify with the dealership there and see, making sure. There's also a powertrain recall here on the recalls to certain models of 2012 Civic vehicle during the, and yeah, this is drivers okay, consequence. Yeah, so anyways, we'll definitely review this later on. Steering wheels here, steering column. So there's few information here, pretty neat. Service bulletin about the car. Again, possibly doesn't apply. A lot of it doesn't apply or whatnot, but yeah, there's a few things in here that you can probably read up. On to our vehicle info service. You can reset your oil there. Step instructions of set the oil in the dash, TPMS reset as well. Oh, pretty cool. So yeah, in terms of live data here, we can look at live data. Let's see here. No data source graph. Please select the or more data source by tapping the icon above there. Yeah, you can pretty much looks like we can look at the fuel system status. Like this is like the gauges that you could probably use that is supported. Vehicle speed, intake air temperature, maybe it's a good one to have. Mass airflow rates, absolute throttle position. Let's try to look at that. Distance traveled, mile wise, commanded, and then fuel level input, distance traveled again. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff in here, guys. Control module voltage. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Some live data there. Let's just use those two and see what it looks like. So there you go. Throttle positioning, intake air temperature. There's the AIT. We're at 23 degrees Celsius. Sharing, cancel. Pretty neat. Yeah, pretty cool, guys. I know there's some gauges in here that you can actually set up gauges and all that type deal. So you could do a preview on the intake air temperature as well. Pretty cool. Pretty nice as you get to see the graph at least here, and you can clearly tell how the car is doing. You can probably go drive around and see what you can find out if you're trying to diagnose anything in this case. Yeah, anyways, guys, it's a pretty cool little tool here that we'll definitely use for a lot of the vehicles we have. Given that it's fairly generic, you can use use it for any cars on it. I believe if your car is not recognized, you can also manually enter your car in type deal by entering the VIN number and the whole 9 yards, and possibly be able to get support on it. One thing I wish this can do is that much like the OBD11, you can do some modifications on the functionalities of the car. You can do encoding, manual encoding, and little apps there that you can actually change some of the functionalities in the car, just like rolling your windows, that whole 9 yards. I think this doesn't do any of that capability, but mainly it does debugging and troubleshooting of the vehicle. So I wish they do have that, just like the OBD11, where I can actually change some of the functionalities on the car. Well, it can do most of the jobs that we need from the maintenance point of view for the cars, and even more. Live data and all, big vehicle information and all that. So yeah, no, I would recommend this tool. It's nice to have. I think it's easy to carry around. You can leverage the iPad here to be able to check your car and do your maintenance on your car. So a little bit more, I forgot to show you guys the more button, and it did have the manual, which you could probably easily, if you're wanting to know more about the product itself, I believe you can check the manual. Okay, there you go. Setup information. It looks like it needs the data. My connection here is a little slow, but I think there's some videos in there. You can do support, live chat with the provider there. There's some settings. You can look at your account and set up your account from there. Statement, privacy statement, screen timeout, you know, some settings on the app itself. Pro tip, you can turn that on and off. Reset pro tip if you want. Live data, you can do the orientation of your live data. Either you can do a combination or you can make it fix in that case. Pretty neat. Again, you can do a sign up there for your account. I'm gonna do that shortly. And let me see, what else do they have. You can do some purchasing of additional tools, I believe, in here. I want to update the sensor here and where we're at, making sure that we're up to date. Check update. I think we do have, you know, Wi-Fi in the garage, so we are tapping into the garage. I'm outside the garage right now, but connection should be fine. So update is available. Update sensor. We should have done that beforehand, but yeah, because then you could probably have a few more functionalities that are newly provided by the provider here through a new firmware. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this will take, guys, but it's updating it right now. I'll get back to you here as soon as the update is done. Well, we got our update done. As you guys can see, if I check for updates, it looks like it is now grayed out, so we're now well updated in that sense. I just want to see what sort of update we got in this case, if there's anything different from here. Let me just go back to the scan. Live data maybe. So there's probably just a firmware update in this case, and I've seen some dials and gauges, but I'm not seeing it here, so I'm not sure exactly how you set that up in that sense. Either you might want to go here and choose Imperial. Also, yeah, you can do gauges right there. You can do a gauge setting per each one of this. You can just do gauge instead of the graph. Pretty cool. So you can just do all that in a gauge. And see how it looks like from here. That's how that looks like. Pretty neat. I like it. You could pretty much just, you know, have it on your dashboard here, and you can drive around with your car and, you know, to do logging or whatnot in terms of, you know, how well the car is doing. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's how it looks like, guys. Nice to play around with this. Hopefully this is helpful. I know there's a few videos out there again, as I mentioned, but yeah. Anyways, we'll end it here. Hope you like this again, and looking forward to do more videos for you in the new year. Hopefully you continue to support me. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Share my videos. That does help quite a bit, guys, especially that I'm you know, I'm new to YouTube and I'm still growing and all that, and hopefully my viewers, I got 1 million views, but at the same time my subscribers are still fairly low. Hopefully you guys can help me in that sense, and show some support there. And finally, instead of just watching my videos, if you could please subscribe, that'd be wonderful, and it goes a long ways to support the channel and support me, and be able to, you know, do more contents for you in that sense and help out on the algorithm and all. So anyways, guys, as always, I'll wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful New Year. Peace.